All right. We've got a couple questions that we're going to ask these students. So right here on my right, this is Hunter. Everybody say hi, Hunter. Hunter is going to be a senior this year at West Allegheny. Hunter, first question that we're going to ask everybody tonight. How many mission trips have you been on?
I have been on 3 mission trips to Michigan, Charleston, and Charleston.
All right. Hunter, what were your expectations before the trip?
Well, in my first 1 or 2 mission trips, I had expectations, but I learned that if you don't have any expectations for a mission trip, then God can do more for you on the trip.
Very cool. This is Ashley. Everybody say hi, Ashley. And Ashley's going to be a 9th grader at Olsh. Is that correct? Okay. Ashley, how many mission trips have you been on?
This was my first mission trip.
And Ashley, tell us, what were you most nervous about before the trip?
Well, before mission trip, I actually strayed a little bit from God. I went through some rough stuff with my family, and I hadn't really talked to God, and I thought of talking to God more of a chore than a privilege. And going on the mission trip, I was nervous that God wouldn't want to speak to me or wouldn't want me back. And, I was really apprehensive about that. Really I felt like ashamed of myself. So I was really nervous about that.
Thanks. This is Dylan. Everybody say hi, Dylan. Dylan, how many trips have you been on?
This is my first time.
All right. And Dylan's going to be a freshman at CV this fall. Dylan, describe a typical day on the trip.
You would wake up to some random music. You would go to breakfast, and then after that you would get ready for your job. You would go to your job site, and mine was we got to work with kids at the Charleston, South Carolina Community Center, and that was pretty fun. And then after that, we had lunch. We worked a little bit more. We came back, ate dinner, and we had free time till 11. Then we went back to bed. It was pretty simple.
Pretty full day. Pretty long day, too. Ashley, next question is for you here. How did you see God on the trip?
I saw God in a really, really positive way on the trip. I was always told, I go to a Christian school, and I was always told stories of how amazing God was, and it wasn't like I didn't believe them, I really did believe them, but I had never personally felt God speak to me. And on a mission trip, it was one night, Cliff was speaking, and I had been thinking about one of my friends who was just going through a rough time, and I couldn't really explain what happened. God just kind of flipped a switch, and I was moved to tears, and I really felt him speaking to me. And Lauren was sitting next to me, my friend, she just kind of comforted me at that time, and I heard God tell me that He loves me and that He wants me back and that He wants me to trust Him, and that was one of the best experiences of my life.
So you definitely saw and felt God move.
Definitely.
That is so cool. That is awesome. Hunter, how did the trip change you personally?
It changed me in a lot of ways. Mostly that it's just a giant step in your walk with Christ. It really brings you peace in a lot of ways, and it brings you closer to God, especially in that weekend through worship and through the sermons.
For sure. Hunter, why should other students go on the trip?
Well, it's definitely the greatest week of your year, not just your summer, your whole year. I've met all of my best friends on those trips, Madison, Sean, all of them, and it brings you so close to God, and there's nothing that can bring you closer to God than worshiping Him and reading from His Word every day of the week.
Fantastic. I'm going to ask you all 3 of you a question in just a second. But if you weren't on the trip, the motto for the week, the motto for Elevate this year is, "It's not about me." That was our motto on the trip, that everything we do, it's not about me. So I want you guys to share, what does it mean for you personally to say it's not about me? So So whoever wants to go first.
Basically, for me, it's just to drop everything you're doing and to help others less fortunate, and to help those who do not know Jesus Christ to, come to Him, and just not to make it about you, but to make it about Him and about God.
Awesome. Ashley, you want to go next? What's it mean for you to say it's not about me?
For me to say it's not about me, to take something as personal as my own story, my own testimony, my walk with Christ. Through this trip, I've been able to see that it really isn't about me, because it's always about God and what His plans are and how He can use you.
Very cool. Dylan, what's it mean for you?
It means to be like, if there's someone who needs help, you should help them. And like, drop whatever you're doing and just start helping them. And like, give money to the church and just say to yourself that that's not about you.
That's it. It's not about money. Give these guys a round of applause for sharing the fact.